And in other news, actually, some interesting news about Max Verstappen. He recently came out and said that he would like to race the 24-hour of Le Mans
Oh,
with his
really?
dad,
That'd be cool.
nonetheless. Yeah, so Max and Josh in the 24 hours of Le Mans. I think it would be really interesting, and
That
I
would
think
be.
Kevin Magnussen was even talking about doing it with his dad, Jan Magnussen, who races sports cars as well. So
Hmm.
he didn't really put a timeline on it, and he said he didn't have any conversations with Red Bull. Obviously, Aston Martin have developed a hypercar for
Mhm.
the new class in Le Mans and WEC, and Red Bull has helped out with a little bit of the engineering and the build of that car.
Mhm.
So whether Max would be driving for the Aston Martin, it would make sense.
Yeah.
Obviously, them being a title partner of Red Bull, but he's expressed interest. He said that he really enjoys watching the race. The night session and all just the different classes of cars and being able to drive at such a historic race.
Mhm.
So it seems like he's put some serious thought into it. Now there isn't anything in the works. He hasn't talked with Red Bull personally about it, so he's just maybe throwing it out there. But he'd like to do it even during while he's still in F1, and it's possible because Nico
I mean,
Hulkenberg did it.
Nico Hulkenberg's done it.
Alonso did it last
Alonso's
year.
did it last year, exactly. So I see it as a possibility, and I think with the name that he's getting in the entire racing community, I think Red Bull and Aston Martin would try to kind of make that happen for him. Get sponsorships at the end of the day, and it would be more money in their pockets, but
Yeah.
it'd be very interesting to see, and I'd probably probably watch a little bit more because of it. I mean, he's already attracted so many Dutch fans into back into F1, so it's just a win-win situation in general. So
Yeah, it makes sense, and especially if you were to do it in, let's say, the first year that Aston Martin enters into
mhm,
the 24-hour Le Mans, I think,
yeah,
like you said, for sponsors and just business, it would be massive.
yeah,
Because Max Verstappen right now is probably the hottest name in F1 and
mhm,
I'm sure in motorsports as well. So he'd bring a lot to that race, and like we've seen with Alonso, the effect that Alonso has. I mean,
yeah,
before that, I didn't really watch too much of the Le Mans 24-hour, but you hear Fernando Alonso's in it, and then you start to pay attention to it.
exactly,
So, and there's a lot of former F1 drivers that participate in the 24 Hours of Le Mans race
mhm,
every season. So it's something that I think that he could be good at, and I would love to see him in there.
yeah.
And if Kevin Magnussen too wants to get involved, I just think it'd be really cool if he did it with his dad.
Well, yeah, for both of them, if you're doing with somebody that basically got you into racing, kind of made you like, put in all the effort to get you to be an F1 driver. Like it'd be interesting, to go back and do it with your dad, and it probably is a bigger thing for him. I'm sure if he the way that he's talking about it, if he was offered to do it with just another driver, I'm sure he would turn it down. He was like, no, like this is something I want to do with my family. This is something I want to do with my dad, and kind of make the most out of it.